Wife wants kids, but it's hard. Me, M36, and my wife, F38, have been married for nearly 9 years, and I feel like it's all been a huge mistake. For the last 9 years, we have lived in a one-bedroom government property, and for the first 3 years, I went between finishing my post-grad and working in another city, 2/3 hours away, as that's where I could find work and I'd come home on the weekends. I was lucky enough to find a job back home, and I made the move back. Once I'd come back, my wife started talking about a family, which surprised me a little as she had never expressed an interest, but I realized we had never really discussed it at length. I am pretty reluctant to have children, as my brother has a lifelong disability and eventually will become my responsibility, and I don't know if I could cope with that in children. Alongside, we love to travel and live a privileged life, and children would certainly put a dent in that, not only for myself but also for her. Naturally, the last 6 years has been the children topic repeatedly coming up, myself refusing due to not being ready in my own situation, and then the resultant feeling that we are growing further apart as a result. Our plan was to buy our property from the government to rent out and to then try buy a house. From there, I might be ready to give her children. In this time, Eve progressed in my job, so I'm on a very good wage, but my wife has drifted between jobs she hates and is currently unemployed after resigning from her last job. She's not really putting any effort into finding something else and dominates all my time when I'm out of work to the point where she waits for me to come home to do chores together or do the grocery shopping. I don't understand what she now does during the day. Don't get me wrong, I do my part around the house. I do all the DIY. I cook and bought and pay for a new car as well as pay the rent and all the bills, even when she was working. We haven't moved out of our government property despite wanting to, and it feels like life's just frozen. Alongside, I've been having some severe depression due to the situation, my job being stressful, and my mom being sick. She's my brother's primary carer, resulting in some forced time off work recently. My wife has been sort of supportive, but she tells me she doesn't understand and therefore can't help me with it. You will have to find some help, and doesn't really comfort me when I do open up. Alongside, I feel she's overly critical when I do accomplish something. I have spoken to her about these things, but she just gets defensive, and we end up fighting where we barely speak for several days. In the last few days, especially, my wife has been withdrawn, and I've conceded that in order to remain in our relationship, I will have to give her a child, otherwise I can't live with her holding it against me, and we would end up getting a divorce. From that, she didn't really say anything, but now once when the evening rolls around, she's friendly, as she wants a sex, and if I don't give it to her, she becomes moody and withdrawn again. I have the feeling she only wants to have sleep, as it might result in a baby rather than wanting us to be intimate or improve our relationship. I understand that she wants us to start a family and how late it's getting now, but we can't realistically have a child in our one-bedroom property, and she only sees what she wants at any cost. I just get the feeling she doesn't want to do anything to support us and is happy for me to do everything. Even if we did have a child, she keeps insisting it's easy, and why does everyone make having kids look hard? And I'm worried I'll again end up doing the lion's share for a child I don't really want. I love her terribly, but I'm finding it hard to find reasons other than that to stay in the relationship. Would it be better to just give up on this? Get a divorce and start again? Or give her kids and hope for the best?